Short Island. We have another installation of The Need for Weed, with our weekly show about cannabis' tug-of-war for legalization. I'm joined by Surgeon Lieutenant Dr. Jacob Stark and top economic analyst Connor C. Burns. Today we will be discussing the pros and cons of legalizing recreational and medical cannabis.
Thank you for having me on the show. It's great to be here as one of the heads of the illegal marijuana. The Long Island Health Department. I'd like to share some insights on the benefits and drawbacks of medical marijuana. Medical cannabis can be used across various fields, from treating mild anxiety and depression, all the way up to battling cancers, seizure disorders, and neuromuscular disorders. Medical THC can be very valuable in the field, while THC may be a detriment to your cognition and short-term memory. The benefits in the medical environment are numerous.
Thank you for the analysis, Dr. Stark. Next, I'd like to pass the mic to our economic analyst, Connor C. Burns. Connor unfortunately can't be with us today because of a family emergency, so we have him on video call to hear his input.
I'm going to go have a smoke.
I appreciate you for having me on the show, Devin.
Here's your drink, Mr. Burns.
Thank you.
Would you like me to feed you
Not
your
right
grapes
now. Not right now, darling.
Okay.
Thank you. So, as with any new regulated industry, the economic impacts of legalized marijuana are very positive. According to my colleague and fellow analyst, Andrew Long, the economic impact of marijuana in 2021 was $92 billion and is expected to be upwards of $160 billion in 2025. These numbers are staggering. Legalization and regulation of marijuana make it able to be taxed, which benefits the country greatly because of its large number of sales. Thank you, Devin.
Yep. Thank you for that analysis, Connor. That was very informative. As we can see, the economic and medical advantages of marijuana are very blatant. While these are very fine and dandy, there are also many disadvantages to legalizing this drug. Many people point to these addictive properties of marijuana, as well as the dangers of intoxication, driving, etc. These are very valid points and have to be taken into consideration when looking at the irresponsible use of this drug. We will now go to a real-time protest and look at some perspectives on this topic.
Let the tree be free. Weed is all we need. Let the tree be free. Weed is all we need.
Weed is the devil's lettuce, find God.
Yo, creature, to prostitute behind.
My girl said she'd leave me if I didn't stop smoking herb.
Okay, as you can see, we have a live protest going on right here. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Please state your name and why you're here today.
My name's Brandon Cheez-It, and I want weed to be legal for everybody. I don't want no government telling me what I can and can't smoke. Let me tell you, as long as I got my truck, my guns, my woman, and my weed, it's gonna be a good time.
Thank you, Mr. Cheez-It. Why are you here today?
My name's Dick Moore, and I just believe that marijuana has a lot of potential in the medical field, in hospitals, and doctor's offices and whatnot. I also believe that it should be legal from the age of 18 and up, so 21.
The kid's sketch.
It turns out Dick Mower was actually facing life in prison for marijuana possession charges at 18 years old. He wants it to become legal, so the charges were dropped. Okay, let's get back to it.
What is the freakiest thing you've ever... please state your name and why you're here today.
I don't know what freaky means, but my name is Jebediah Leonard. My siblings and I, Margaret, Patricia, Josiah, Elijah, Agnes, and Tucker, just to name a few, have been carrying on our family tradition of growing hemp all of our lives. We can't understand why it should be illegal for some, and our lives depend on it. Hey, you and that goofball that's riding around in the trail and track? You're right, Fink. I mistook your mother for one of them horses when I first saw her.
Hey, you better watch your mouth, Blake.
If you don't mind, can you please state your name and reason for being here?
Saw newsman. Thanks for having me on your show. I think that reefer should be legal for everyone regardless of age. I want to be able to share these good vibrations with everyone on Mother Earth and feel the love. Oh yeah, and they call me Jackson Celery. Damn, this shit down is far.
Thanks for the opinions, Jackson. Now can I get your name and reason for being here?
Good evening. My name is Bobbert Celery. I'm a man of God and would do nothing to let the devil into my life. The satanic plant that kids are inhaling these days gives Lucifer a direct path into your body. disgusts me that someone would willingly deny Jesus like that.
Don't touch my split!
Yo, break it up! Yo, break it up! Break it up! Yo, cut!
We are now welcomed by the anti-legalization members of this protest. Here's my friend, Nikovich Gilovitz. What do you have to say about this?
Я просто люблю красный понт. Я не читаю это дитя.
As you can see, marijuana is not favored in the in the Russian community. Nikovich isn't too fond of marijuana being legalized in the U.S.
You're our last guest for today. Can you please state your name and opinions on this matter?
My name is Christian B. Jordan. That weed stuff's really messed up, man. It changes your mental rhythms. One time I was with Drake from Degrassi and a multitude of females. And Drake told me he lost his ambition for a period of time after smoking that ganja only once. I'll never touch that bad stuff, man. It breaks your soul. Also, my new third girlfriend said she'd break up with me if she caught me smoking again. Illegalize it to mitigate my temptations. I beg.
Okay, that's interesting. Can I get Drake's number? I really enjoyed the song God's Plan.
I couldn't do that to my brother. I'm his day one and wouldn't put on that facade.
I just asked for his number.
It was really interesting hearing the insight from those real peaceful protesters. It really shows how complicated of an issue this really is.
I really learned a lot today, and I think this information is very useful for the public to hear.
I'd once again like to thank Surgeon Lieutenant Dr. Jacob Stark and economic analyst Connor C. Burns for joining me on this installment of The Need for Weed. Join us next week where we're going to Dick Moore's second court hearing where his fate will be decided. Good night, everyone.
Would you like your grapes and your bubble bath now, Mr. Burns?